then you should probably be ready to challenge those views. So if you want to platform somebody extreme, like Nick Fuentes, or like a guy purporting to be a Houthi warrior, then you should push back against those views, unless you agree with them, in which case you platform when you agree with them. The issue with Hasan platforming the Houthi, I need to make a tweet about this, fuck. The issue with Hasan platforming the Houthi is that Hasan agrees with all the Houthis' views. Hasan is a terrorist supporter. He celebrates when Israeli people or Jewish people are killed or murdered. Same thing with Americans as well. And he supports and celebrates the actions of terrorists, as long as those terrorists are killing white people, Jewish people, which is wild to me. Destiny, not necessarily true. There can be a fuck around and find out ban also, where you have clearly stepped far over the line, even if it's a long period after. Well, but I mean, like, if you fuck around and find out, you're either knowingly breaking the rule, or you are, or the rule's just not clear. I'm so curious, how does anyone follow Hasan? He seems incredibly radical, yet he's able to garner so many viewers. What is he doing right in that regard? The issue is that when you've been inundated with a certain media environment, it's just easy for you to believe so many crazy things. And if you've watched Hasan for a long time, you're in that media environment, so you believe a lot of crazy things. Yeah. I need to tweet this so that Ethan's fans understand, and it's just always good to call this out. So by that logic, do you either, 1, not understand the ban that was applied to you, or 2, you understand but disagree with the ban? My understanding for the ban that was applied to me was that I don't believe that it was a good ban because I didn't say that all trans people are subhuman. I think that if I had said that all trans people are subhuman, then I think that the ban is fair because it's trans people, whatever. However, if I was banned because my language was reckless and I should be more careful when calling out people that I'm fighting with so that it doesn't sound one way, I can understand that. Then that would be like, because I usually put that on my appeals, where it's like, I understand that even though I might not have intended for a thing to be said this way, that an audience could theoretically hear it in this way, and that I need to be more careful in the future. That makes sense to me, I guess, yeah. But it depends on what the ban is for, I guess. But I don't actually know what my ban is for. I've only heard like what people inside the Twitch and that are now outside have told me what is listed in the database. So have you appealed recently? No, I think it's coming up in a month. I didn't know my appeals were being sent to Cairo though, so. Don't you think it's counterproductive to not tell people why they are banned if the purpose is to correct the behavior? How can people adjust if they don't even know what they did wrong? Yeah, I don't know. That's really weird. That's why I don't understand why you wouldn't communicate that to people. Because a platform should want their users to clearly understand the rules. And the reason why is because you want your people that are trying to follow the rules, right? So if the rules are clear and somebody's breaking them, it makes it easier to ban them. It's like, okay, well, you don't care about staying within the guidelines of the platform, then f you. But if your rules are unclear and you've got partners who are getting banned who, if they would have known otherwise, wouldn't have done a particular thing, then it's like, oh, okay. Now you're like shooting yourself in the foot, I think. What if you don't tell people so they have to be extra careful and brand safe all the time? Then just make that your rule. Again, you should never be, what you don't want to do as a platform, to succeed as a platform, is you don't want to be banning people who would remain within the rules if they knew the rules. Because now you're like banning people for no reason. And you're engendering bad will between you and your talent, and you're hurting your platform, right? Unbanning you from the platform right now from Twitch's perspective would look like they gave in to a strong arm, which is why it's unlikely to happen anytime soon. I don't think they're thinking about that at all. I just don't think they'd unban me because I don't think any of the moderation stuff there likes me. I don't think that'll ever happen. Do you think Hasan was always this radical or always had this in him? Was it a radicalization event, or was it just the path clout chasing? It might be that you start off clout chasing or grifting, and then eventually you start to significantly, or you start to legitimately believe it, maybe? Say you get unbanned, do you think that Hasan would pull back some of his radical views in response since he is so clout driven, or is it a case of just double down / continues? Who knows how Hasan would respond? It would be very difficult for him. It would be very difficult for Hasan to respond because, you know, he tries to ignore me as much as possible, but it would be a lot harder if I was on the platform. And I don't know, because of the way that he's kind of changed his networking, I don't know if he could keep me gated out of other communities now. Like before, he would tell people that he wouldn't do any events with me. He didn't want to be in any mutual spaces with me. So then once he got bigger than me, I started to get like cut out of all those areas because like all the OTK guys and stuff just wanted to do, obviously you want to like maximize viewership, and like, you know, Hasan is like doing his best to network with everybody. But I don't know now if he's as close to any of those people. So yeah. Also, I think in my mind, the biggest reason why Hasan would never get banned from Twitch is if Twitch were to ban him, I think it would have to be a 2-week ban, at least. It couldn't be like 1 day or 3 days, because then what are you banning him for 1 day or 3 days for? So it'd be either 2 weeks or 30 days, and Twitch won't do anything that would make Hasan miss the election, because Hasan probably messaged Dan and told him that if you ban me and I miss the election, I will kill myself and I'll put you on my suicide note and my whole fan base will come after you. So I don't think that there's no shot that Hasan gets banned over the election season. It won't happen. Do you think getting banned from Twitch was good for your brand in the long run? Obviously, it sucked at the time, but you seem to have grown a lot since. It's hard to say. Who knows? Would you even stream on Twitch in case of an unban after all the bullshit, or would you just stick to... I mean, it'd be nice to stream there again. I don't know how commonly I would. The nicest things is that I would be able to collab with other content creators, and there would be another voice on that platform to push back against the kind of anti-American pro-terrorism stuff that Amazon condones with Hasan. So, for instance, like... me being banned from Twitch hurts. It hurts me a little bit, obviously, but it also hurts anybody that would ostensibly be on my side politically. For instance, when I'm talking to Dylan Burns, or when I'm talking to I'm Really Important, does Josiah stream on Twitch? When I'm talking to any of these guys that are on my political side, they have to kill their whole stream to come and talk to me, because I can't talk with them while they're on Twitch. So yeah, it hurts them a lot. So if I wasn't banned, then they wouldn't have to kill their streams and lose all their viewership just to have a conversation with me. Yeah. Do you think Dan Clancy has received any disciplinary from Amazon execs? My guess would be, this is just a guess, I don't think Dan Clancy could ever get disciplined. I think if he got held accountable for this, I think he would have to step down. It's hard to imagine. Like, we saw there was extreme anti-Semitic behavior that was going on across the entirety of the Twitch platform. So we decided to discipline the CEO. I feel like he would either have to step down or it would just be nothing at all. That'd be my guess. Are you able to say the internal reason for your ban? I've said it a million times. It's because when I was arguing with people on Twitter, I said, I feel like the trans community on Twitter is subhuman. And they said that comment could be interpreted as attacking all trans people, or calling all trans people as subhuman. That was supposedly that's what's notated in my file. I've been told that by I think 5+ people at this point. So maybe, but I mean, I can't verify that or confirm it 100%. So. Hasan's biggest superpower against you is portraying you as a spiteful, unemotional, contrarian political freak. The way I got rid of this notion is by actually watching content. Oh, yeah, shit. I was going to watch that. I need to tweet this out. And there's a video that I need as well. People should be aware that Hasan operates in a very specific manner in order to... because he's done this with other people, but I see him doing it to Ethan now. In order to denigrate his political opposition. You can retroactively and prospectively apply this formula. He will always follow it. Guaranteed. Step 1. Never, ever, ever watch a reasonable amount of content from the person criticizing you. This allows Hasan to misrepresent your opponent's, or how about we say misrepresent the opposing view to a ridiculous extent. E.g., if someone criticizes you, for liking pineapple on pizza, responding to the argument as though they said you hate all fruit. What, am I just not allowed to eat any fruit, man? LOL. Only attack the straw man version of the opposition's argument. If you do debate anyone about the position, it is never, ever the original person holding the position. And it is only people who you feel you can outmaneuver. I can't spell that word. Fuck. Maneuver? In a conversation. Such as in Hasan's case, a 16-year-old Israeli or a commentary YouTuber about Israel-Palestine. Willie Mack.